Yeah. Hey y'all. How y'all doing today? I'm on here a little later than usual. I usually come on early in the morning. And I'm also starting to regret that I actually wore this damn jacket. Because I'm so used to being up early in the morning and it being pretty chilly outside. But it's afternoon. So it's actually a little bit warmer. But it's okay. I'll just have to take the heat for a little bit. I like to where you beeping at? I don't know him. But I like to stay covered up anyway, so people notice that about me. You know what's crazy? One time, it was like two different guys that asked me. They was like, why do you stay covered up all the time, right? Like, hold on, y'all, because it's a little blurry. See better? I think it looks a little clearer. They were like, why do you stay covered up all the time, right? And I said, normally I stay covered up, when I'm at, work, because I have my specific thing that I wear when I'm at work. And they were like, well, do you stay covered up because you have like a deformity? And I said, excuse me? And they said, do you stay covered up because you have a deformity? And I said, what kind of deformity? And they were like, no, like, is there something you're trying to hide, basically? Is that why you stay so covered up? And I said, no. I said, no, there's nothing that I'm trying to hide. I said, I don't have any deformities or anything. So they thought that the reason why I stay covered up because they thought maybe I had like a big scar or I don't know, something that something I guess that was unattractive to the eye, and they thought I was just trying to cover it up. I guess that's a decent question to ask. I guess that's a decent question. That's fair. I never get offended or anything like that when people ask me stuff like that. And they're just like, oh, so you just like to be covered up. I'm like, well, I'm not covered up when I'm inside. When I'm inside, I'm not covered up. But, I'm also I have privacy. So I think. So I hope. So anyway, that's interesting. I thought most people stayed covered up anyway. You wear your hoodie or your coat. It seems like there's a lot going on out here. Anyway, hey y'all, how y'all doing today? Oh yeah, I just did a video yesterday talking about this 19-year-old girl from East India. Where is that, in the Asian region, Asia, and how she was talking about some global concerns or whatever. She was talking about some global concerns. You should check that video out. I also posted the link to the video that I got the information from, so you can actually hear her talking. She talks some good stuff. Welcome from India. The most beautiful black woman I have ever seen. Well, I don't necessarily, well, thank you for the compliment. I don't necessarily identify with black. I used to before I learned a few things. So now I'm more, I just kind of say what I actually am. You know what I mean? But are you filming? with hi, do you think it's too soon? Too soon to ask to marry? Well, you don't know me, and I don't know you. How do you marry someone you don't know? Well, no, I can't say that. Let me backtrack. Let me redact all that good stuff. Because I know there are people that actually get married that don't know each other. I don't know how that works out though. I think it's called like arranged marriages or stuff like that. You know, to each his own. I know different cultures do what they do, but I know me personally, I would never do that. I would never just walk. Damn. But you know what's crazy? Because you can know a person for years and then marry them, and then it's almost as if you never knew the person because they become like something completely different. You know what I mean? So it's almost like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. Literally, you know, it's like you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. I mean, it's almost like I guess that's the gamble, right? I guess that's the gamble of life, where you take a chance, roll the dice and see what happens, right? Hey. But yeah, I don't know about. I know some people, I've seen videos online, y'all, of some females who say that they met men and the man proposed to them the same day they met them. Now this couple that I'm talking about, I've been following them for a little bit because I was like, get the hell out of here. Like, who does that? But he's like from some European country and she's from some country in Africa. But he ended up moving to the African country to where she's from instead of her moving to the European country where he's from. So I thought that was interesting. But they have been together for a little bit. They have 2 kids now, a boy and a girl. And they seem happy. They document everything. Everything is on YouTube. And people seem really fascinated with their life. But I mean, wouldn't you be fascinated if somebody said, I met this man and in the same day I met him, he proposed? How do you do that? Do you like recognize something in the female that you just like, okay, I want you? Or how do you just marry? How do you do that? But then there's another story that I saw online where a lady said she met a guy and within the same week he proposed to her. And again, it's the same scenario. It's a European man, which means white man, right? And a woman from an African country. She's from Nigeria, but they live in London now. And they have a son now and everything. And they've been married now for, I think, 15 years. And their son is like 8 or 9 years old. So it's I guess it can happen. And clearly it's happening. And I guess it can work. But it always, I think my problem is I've been conditioned from a young age that you have to get to know a person, that you have to get to know them for a while and date for a while and whatever before you decide to do something like that, like something so major like get married. And honestly, I did the dating and the getting to know and all of that before I decided to get married, and look how that turned out. So, but I am open to, but what the hell is a potato? I mean, not potato. What do you mean from with a potato? Anyway, y'all are really crazy. So that's interesting. Marriage is definitely not on my mind, though. Not at all. I think it's beautiful, you know. There's a lot of traffic on the highway today. But then again, I normally don't really see it this time of the day. Anywho, what's going on, y'all? Have y'all ever done that? Have y'all ever married someone without knowing who they are? Like an arranged marriage? Oh, no wonder why it's so dark. Hold on, y'all. It is totally my fault. Duh. I couldn't see y'all clear, but y'all probably could see me just fine. I had my dimmer thing down. I'm like, why can't I see? Anywho. Just going to pick up a few things, getting my exercise in the process. I really hate that I wore this jacket now. It's cute though. It's like a green jacket. Got my different hoodie on today. Oh, and I don't have my scully on, which is something I usually wear at work. I cover my hair. I might as well go ahead and be Muslim, right? Since I do all that. No, I don't think that's the religion for me. I'm not even really too keen on religions like that, but I remember when my dad was practicing Islam and he was speaking Arabic and doing his prayers in the morning and at different times of the day, because the sun faces a certain. I remember all of that, and he was, speaking his Arabic. He was really, really good at it. He probably still knows a lot of it. All I remember is the Allah Akbar, and I don't know. Whatever he would say, it would always end with and that's how I remember. I'm like, okay, Dad. But anyway, when he was practicing Islam, he was trying to turn. He was already married to my mom, right? And he was trying to turn my mom into Muslima, and my mother was not having it, baby. She said, I ain't no damn Muslim. And because it's a lot of restrictions and rules and stuff that comes with being a Muslim. And my mother was not having it. And he was like, but I'm practicing the faith, and I go to the temples, or the mosque rather, and I do this and I do that. My mother said, I don't give a damn what the hell you pray. I don't give a damn what you do. She said, we've been married all this time, got kids and everything, and now all of a sudden you want to be Muslim and try to convert me? She said, no, you won't. I said, ooh. So he couldn't get my mom to do it. So, but he did put in place some rules from his faith, his Muslim faith, which is we could never celebrate Christmas. My mom was like really upset about that because, she grew up celebrating Christmas. So here my dad go, with his new Muslim religion or faith or whatever. And he's like, no, we can't celebrate Christmas. We don't celebrate Christmas. And he was like, Kwanzaa is okay. So for a long time, we celebrated Kwanzaa. But my mom still allowed us to celebrate Christmas. Like we would go to my grandma's house because my grandma celebrated Christmas. So, but my dad just would not allow us to do it when I was growing up. And so all my life in my own home with my parents, we never had a Christmas tree. So growing up, I never had a Christmas tree, y'all. Never had a Christmas tree. My mom didn't like decorate for Christmas and stuff like that. But I think she kind of felt like, I'll give my husband that. If that's what since this is his faith and that's what he wants to do, I'll give him that. I'm not becoming a Muslima. My kids aren't being Muslim. But if that's what he wants to do, that's fine. She was like, I'll let him get that with us not practicing Christmas here. But I think she kind of felt that way because she knew we was going to go to my grandma's house anyway. But I never personally, growing up in the home that I lived in, had a Christmas tree. So I remember when I got my first apartment at 21 years old, and Christmas came around, the first thing I did was go out. This is my first apartment, y'all. What I did, I went out and I went to a nursery and I found the biggest tree I could find, right? And then I bought all these decorations and all this stuff. And it was a real tree. My very first Christmas tree as an adult was a real pine tree. So of course I didn't know that pine trees shedded and made big messes and stuff like that. It smelled good though in my apartment. And so I brought the tree in. I got somebody to set it up for me because it was too big for me. And then I proceeded to decorate my tree. And after I decorated it, I just sat there. I remember just sitting in my living room for hours and hours just staring at it, because at 21 years old, that was the first time I had a Christmas tree of my own. Because like I said, my dad never allowed us to have one growing up. So I just remember literally sitting there for hours and hours, maybe about 2 hours, watching the lights and watching them, just saying, wow, wow, wow. So you never know how people grow up. A lot of people have the misconception that you all grew up the same and that you do all of the same things, but it's not true. You know what I mean? It's not true. Everybody grows up. Some of the values may be the same, but a lot of times you may grow up different, and that's one of the things that made me different from my other friends, growing up. But anyway, $200,000 for what? Oh, let me look at these messages that y'all are held for review. Beautiful and sexy. Oh, thank you. Thank you for calling me beautiful and sexy. I appreciate the compliments. What's that? You want to pay what's the $200,000 for, David? Shit? Is it for shit? I see your shit emojis. Is it for shit? What is the $200,000 for? Oh, you know what? You know what made me think of that when I just saw that, and then I saw your price tag and all of that. And I also see some names in here that are like Middle Eastern names and stuff. But what immediately popped in my mind is that there are stories going around, baby. What is this one? There are stories going around about men in Dubai. Thank y'all. I appreciate the compliments. There are stories going around about men in Dubai who like women to shit on them. Are you trying to say you're going to pay me $200,000 to come and shit on you? Is that what you're saying? If that's what you're saying, you're strange. Because I find that strange. When I heard that story, and a lot of women have confirmed it and said, like, yeah, they wanted me to shit on them and they paid me to do it. What the fuck? Why do y'all want feces on you? Like, what? I mean, I know that people have, different kind of fetishes and everything, but that's like, do you not know if you were submerged in somebody's waste, let's just say shit, that it could like have a really bad effect on you? Like you could get sick and everything. Why? I don't understand the fascination behind having somebody shit on you or even pee on you. What they call them, golden showers, like that girl, what's her name? Carisha. P. Diddy's boo. I don't know if she's still his boo child, but she would talk about how he would give her golden showers. He would pee on her. I don't know if he would shit on her or if she would shit on him, but I know she said she would let him pee on her. Yeah. I don't know I don't understand the fascination behind that. Um, to each his own. If that's your thing. Now, if you're saying you would pay me $200,000 for me to shit in a cup and give you the cup, that's a different story. That's a different story. Y'all crazy. Hold on real quick. First I see. I never thought a million years ago that I would be on live every day. It's not something that I thought that I would do. But what I've noticed is, especially with like people who travel around the world and so they're live every single day, it's also a good protection mechanism because, you know, whatever happens, it's caught on camera, right? And so that's a good thing. I think like that's why that guy, I Am Marwa, that travels around, I think that's why he was probably able to be protected a lot, traveling around the world freely as such a dark-skinned, melanated man, because I think the camera was his protection, you know? Because I saw in the background people giving him looks like they wanted to do something to his ass in certain countries, you know what I mean? And they didn't realize that they were on camera. I think they thought he was talking on the phone to somebody, but they realized they were on camera. They kind of like face changed, kind of turned their heads, and you know what I'm saying? They kind of retracted their facial expressions. They straightened up, so to speak. So I thought that was interesting. Anywho, sorry if y'all having a hard time hearing me. It's kind of loud out here. Anyway. Hey y'all. I'm getting hot now. I'm starting to really sweat. Hey, I didn't know that was her. Red lip gloss on my teeth. Oh, so that's fine. Knowing folks around here, child. Guess because I've been around here for a while. You know what's crazy? Is I fought so hard to not come out in this area, like be in this particular area. Everything in the world was pushing me towards this area that I'm in. And I've been here for over a year now. Yeah, I've been here over a year now. And everything was pushing me towards this area, and I kept fighting it. Like, I don't want to go. I don't know this area. I don't know. I don't want to go. Oh, you're such and such is going to be towed over here. I don't want to go there. I don't know what that is. I don't want to. Everything in me fought against coming out here, and now I've been out here for over a year. I guess I was supposed to be out here. You know, it's crazy how you can fight against something so hard and end up right where you fought so hard to not be. And then it kind of works out in a strange way. I wouldn't say the best way, but it works out, you know. And the whole time, all I've ever been trying to do is get back to selling real estate. Like, that's my main goal, is to get back to real estate. Now, my main goal, of course, is flipping homes, renovating homes, buying homes, and renovating them and flipping them. Because I like design and decoration and stuff. I like it pretty. I love landscaping and stuff like that. I love homes. So all I'm trying to do is get back to it. And it's just like every time it seems like I'm about to go gung-ho towards it, something always like pulls me back, and I'm like, you can't say that I'm not supposed to be doing real estate. Like, I understand that some things aren't made for everyone, but like, I have a passion for homes. I have a desire, a passion to renovate, design, and sell. You know what I mean? It's like, see, if it was something that I was pretending to be interested in, I am very much so interested, very much so. It's a passion of mine. And so I just think it's crazy that, I don't know. I said the other day, I really don't want to be a millionaire or something, right? Because I'm surrounded by $1 million homes. Well, I've been surrounded by $1 million homes, right? So you know that the sale of one home will put you upright immediately. Do you understand me? The sale of one home would put me upright immediately. No hesitation. And it would allow me to have the breathing room to be able to really do my thing. And it, here. Is shit like is there? Now go back and shit and try to censorship, control, censorize,